eastbound. Just before the Stevenson, car slid off, ended up in the ditch. No lane blockage, but we do have state police on the scene, and we're not hearing of any major injuries as well. It's also looking good for transit. Here's your 5 a.m.
this morning about President Obama visiting Chicago. This will most likely be his last time here as president. Jessica D'Onofrio is live at McCormick Place with the new information. Jessica.
Tanya, President Obama says he just started writing his farewell speech, but he plans to say a final thank you for what he's calling an amazing journey. Now, from here, reporting live at McCormick Place, Jessica D'Onofrio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Just want to get to some news.
Today at the scene of a deadly plane crash in southern Illinois.
The man was last reported to be in critical condition.
Breaking overnight, ISIS has claimed responsibility for the deadly New Year's shooting rampage in Istanbul. There's a massive manhunt now for the person caught on camera in that deadly nightclub attack. Reed Binion has the latest.
Binion reporting.
The 35 Russian diplomats ordered out of the country by President Obama are now gone.
Construction until its completion.
Some areas of Florida are coping with the aftermath of a major storm and serious damage because of wind gusts.
So rare. We started January, no snow on the ground. Temperatures approaching 40 degrees this afternoon. Now, this morning, as we take a look at live Doppler 7 Max, we don't have any precipitation out there right now. I'm not expecting any at all this morning. 30 degrees in Plainfield. Good morning in Hobart, Indiana at 26, 34 degrees Oak Park. Oak Brook at 32, Vernon Hills at 32. It's 35 degrees now at the lakefront, 32 in Seneca, 29 degrees right now in Morris. So our skies this morning are starting off clear, but the cloud cover is going to thicken up here this morning. Rain is going to be closing in this afternoon, and it is going to turn out to be fairly rainy, especially across some of the southern suburbs. Now, across the northern suburbs today, it's very possible you might see a little hint of some sun. Ross?
Possible crash inbound on the Dan Ryan Bridge right around Cermak. We've got IDOT crews heading in that direction. But other than that, there's not a whole lot going on, at least not on the expressways. Now, off the expressways, we did have a crash a little earlier. Take a look at this.
Coming up, why Americans are carrying even more.
Visit MedievalTimes.com.
Watch your team at 4. Rob Elkins, Judy Sue, Sports with Jim Rose, and meteorologist Cheryl Scott. ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 4.
More credit card debt. The average U.S. household with credit cards owes just over $16,000. That's about $300 more than a year ago, according to NerdWallet, which crunched these numbers. Now, if you factor in mortgages, auto and student loans, the total household debt is close to $12.4 trillion. That's up from $11.7 trillion back in 2010. So why so much debt? Well, the problem is, but that's not enough to keep up with expenses. Consider medical costs. They're up almost 60% in that period. And food and beverage prices have risen 36%. So with income and expenses out of whack, you'll need to be really vigilant when it comes to budgeting in the new year. There are plenty of apps to choose from to help. Check out the budgeting app Mint, A Good Budget, and Wally. They'll help you track your spending and can be connected right to your bank accounts. So pick one and get started. Another priority for the new year, paying down that credit card debt. That's even more important now with interest rates on the rise. So make a plan to get financially fit in the new year.
Good stuff to keep in mind. Maribel, appreciate it. Thanks. 13 past the hour. Coming up, the return of The Bachelor. Hey, Tracy.
Good morning. Well, we don't have any weather problems to talk about this morning. However, we will get some rain into the forecast here today, and we'll time it out for you coming up.
It's really hard to find news that you can trust these days.
To tell the story the right way.
I go to one that I know I can already trust.
It's not like some of the outlets where you kind of second guess what they're saying.
There's just so much credibility to what you do. And I trust ABC 7.
ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
But I remember I was trying to get out to New York to go to Good Morning America. Finally, eventually made it. And it was really, it was meteorologically exciting. Put it that way.
Right.
So, but nothing like that now.
God.
At all.
Right.
I mean, but we do have the cold coming back.
That's coming
so,
up, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment, but we are trying to take a look now at what is not there, and that's live Doppler 7 Max. It's increased. Here's 12:30. And you can see we're still holding on to dry conditions. By about 1 o'clock this afternoon, rain spreads northward. I think the far northern suburbs in southern Wisconsin, you're probably going to get by without maybe much of anything. Probably a few sprinkles here and there, maybe a little drizzle. That would be about it. And then this all winds down here overnight tonight. Now, overnight tonight, I am anticipating some fairly foggy conditions and maybe just some spotty drizzle. But I think as far as steady rain, that primarily comes this afternoon and early evening. Average high today is 31. Average low is 17 degrees. Right now at O'Hare, it's 32 degrees, and skies are mainly clear. AccuWeather Real View is currently at that 26-degree reading. It is 30 in Wonder Lake, 33 degrees in Deerfield, 29 Des Plaines, 34 degrees over at the lakefront, 30 in Crete, 33 right now Mantino. It's 34 in Kentland, Wanata at 31 and 33 degrees currently in DeMotte, Indiana. So our temperatures this afternoon will reach the mid to upper 30s around the area. So I think we'll be safely above freezing where we don't have to worry about any frozen forms of precipitation this afternoon. But you can see on the satellite picture how the cloud cover is already spreading and closing in on the Chicago area. Precipitation-wise, rain, St. Louis south. Of course, we're watching that area for the Blackhawks Winter Classic today. Rain is going to creep into the St. Louis area today, eventually making its way northward. But winter storm warnings in effect, as you can see, across North Dakota and Minnesota, and then you get toward Minneapolis, and that's what they are expecting, some snow to pick up there too. So clear skies giving way to clouds this morning. This afternoon, expect some rain to roll in, and then tomorrow we'll start off with foggy conditions, falling temperatures here tomorrow too, and then it gets much colder. Ross?
Volume out there. The one problem that we did have on the Dan Ryan, we can take a look at the Dan Ryan from our South Tower camera. Issues or complaints out there. Might be a little different this afternoon when the rain comes in, but for now, it is just enjoy it.
Exactly. It's holiday part 2. I swear.
Exactly.
All right, Ross. Appreciate it. Thanks. It is 10 o'clock.
So dramatic.
Yeah.
I'm now 522. Coming up, the tightest story to tell as they grow up.
And what a way to ring in 2017. We will find out more about my big weekend. Oh, I didn't even know I was on camera there. Next.
So a couple in Arizona rang in the new year with the birth of their twin sons.
Here's the funny thing, though. Only one of them was actually born this year.
Poor Everett, though, because Sawyer's going to pull the, well, I'm the older twin card.
Oh, of course
for the
he
rest
is.
of his life.
Totally. You know how that works.
So maybe some of you are still recovering from your New Year's celebrations. It's good that today is also a holiday morning and a day off of work for a lot of people.
Yeah, but not me.
No,
or
you had
you.
a pretty good time partying on Saturday night, right?
I did. I totally left Cheryl. I'm like, get Cheryl.
Oh, there we go. Don't drop her. Don't drop her.
There we go. Came in on a helicopter, baby. I mean, we could have taken an Uber, but we were like, why not? It's 2017.
You can Uber a chopper these days.
So we did it big there and then went inside and had plenty to drink. We were dancing. Look, let me tell you, I had so much champagne that when the clock struck midnight, I didn't know what year we were going into. I was like, happy 2018.
My two favorite dance partners.
We had a lot of fun.
I'm so sorry. Yes, I was out. All right. Well, good morning. And we are seeing dry conditions now, but expecting rain to develop this afternoon. Ross?
And aside, we can take a look at the Dan Ryan outside.
Day of this new year, fresh, clean start, positive New Year's resolutions. Time to get them going. Good to be with you.
Did we start on camera there? I was still getting organized. And then you look up and you're like, oh, hey, I'm on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, guys.
Nice fresh start to the new year, Tanya. Nice
I should
job.
probably pass things over to Tracy now.
And all is quiet, and we're going to wake this thing up with some rain later on today, but cloud cover will continue to thicken up here this morning. So really, as we get to about 1 o'clock this afternoon, that's when rain is going to start, especially across the southern suburbs. We'll time out everything for you coming up. Ross?
Volume out there. We don't have any crashes. And as we take a look outside at our West Tower cam showing
You lie down, then you're bringing up your knees. You're going to take the low back track. It's padded right here. It's padded right here. The handles are squishy and padded. We've improved the handles to be even.